good evening, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. And just to demonstrate to you perfectly when the L factor goes missing in action, and this is a shout out to Marlena, who just said, this is crazy. She's right. What's crazy? Well, in South Africa, they have a very racist policy called Black Economic Empowerment, which basically is called BEE and means that if you are white or if you're not black, you've got no chance of getting a job. Even if you are skilled, highly skilled, you got no chance. And this goes right across the board from doctors to engineers to whatever it might be. Because what happens in South Africa is that for companies to actually be able to tender to the government, over 80% of their staff have to be members of the Bantu Nguni race, the black race. If you're white, that's a strike against you, in the business anyway. So you can understand why it's quite extraordinary that there are so many skilled white people in South Africa who are actually so poor now, they're living in squatter camps. They've got incredible skills, but they can't get work because of the ANC government's racist employment policies. So this article that's come out is quite extraordinary, because the president, Cyril Ramaphosa, is now trying to attract skilled workers to the country. Now, if you're in the US and you're a white guy, why would you go to a country where they won't give you the job because of BEE? And on the other side of the coin, why don't you look at the people in South Africa who are skilled that you've sidelined because of your racist BEE policies? But you see, that logic is just a bit too high in the thinking brain of one Cyril Ramaphosa. You know, he can't get his head around that, can he? So let's see what the ANC government are now saying. The government has prioritised immigration reform to attract skilled workers to the country, President Cyril Ramaphosa confirmed in his latest newsletter, released on Monday morning. This has been an important part of Finance Minister Tito Mbowene's growth plan, which proposed friendlier immigration regulations for foreigners with tertiary qualifications from accredited institutions. In order to attract investment that will boost the South African economy, government is also working on improving business conditions through reforms such as an e-visa process and an electronic deeds registry system, Ramaphosa said in the newsletter. He stressed the importance of attracting foreign direct investment, and he shared government's plans to improve the ease of doing business in the country. In the dark, we all know what's happening at Eskom. Great way to invest. The president is currently in London, where he will be addressing the Financial Times Africa Summit, a gathering of business people and investors. He stressed the importance of attracting foreign direct investment, and he shared government's plan to improve the ease of doing business in the country. Ramaphosa highlighted government's aim to make South Africa the destination of choice for foreign direct investment. Don't you just love that? Here they've got all these policies which make any astute investor say, you gotta be joking. And here they are saying that they're going to make South Africa the destination of choice. They are deluded, completely deluded. Anyway, Ramaphosa said, we are using every available opportunity to reach out to investors to talk about the great business potential both in South Africa and the African continent. To attract investment, we need to make it easier to do business in South Africa. In a competitive global environment, investors are looking for countries that can provide stable and sustained returns, while minimizing risk and costs, he added. Well, I don't think South Africa is a good example of such a country. Once again, I go no further than BEE and the electricity issue. and also the rand being on the edge of going to junk, there are a whole lot of factors that are just kind of working against Ramaphosa's grand scheme. As for the reforms being introduced, they include helping startups or entrepreneurs set up businesses by making it easier to access funding through the use of a common application form across different funding institutions. Ramaphosa said, "We are working to make business easier for both the person starting out in the garage and for the multinational looking to open a new factory." The President also recently signed into law the Electronic Deeds Registration System Act, which will make it easier to register and process deeds. He said, "We are making it easier to start a business, register a property, deal with construction permits, pay taxes, and trade across borders." He said, "To promote greater efficiency, we are reducing the time it takes to grant licenses and permits. We're working with business to ensure that the conditions attached to licenses are not too onerous or costly." Ramaphosa added that he meets with leaders in business, labour and communities monthly to discuss how to make the South African economy more competitive. Well, we know one thing. He hasn't met with the TLU South Africa, which is one of the biggest and the oldest farm associations in the country. He's never met them, and he's been president for 18 months. And here he's talking about how to make South Africa's economy more competitive. Well, how about sending some money to the white commercial farmers so they can get through the drought? But no, your head is in the sand, Ramaphosa. Anyway, Ramaphosa said, "These measures are important not only to business, which is seeking decent returns on investment, but also to unions who want more jobs and better working conditions, and to communities who want to see living standards rise." Not going to happen. As he concluded his newsletter, he gave his assurance that South Africa is steadily becoming a better place to do business. What planet does he live on? This is the Alice in Wonderland stuff. I mean, it's complete hocus pocus. The World Economic Forum recently ranked South Africa 60th among 141 economies in terms of global competitiveness. South Africa has climbed 7 paces from its previous ranking and even surpassed India's ranking of 68. Ramaphosa commented that this is a noteworthy achievement within a relatively short period of time. I don't think it's going to hold that position, especially if Eskom fails. All right, guys, just my thoughts. Please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Ring the bell for the updates. Please like this video. Please share this video. And above all, stay safe. Bye for now.